So first showing the, this is the HTML base template, I mean static ones.
Courtesy of
Sylvain. So this will be our homepage. Quite simple. Actually, this is a beer website, as you could see. We have like beer articles, I mean, beer description and stuff. So, yeah, go ahead.
So basically, well, the title of the workshop is about a semantical website. Because, well, having web pages is one thing. We have a CMS, we have semantically correct data with data types and stuff. So articles and blog posts and so on, that's barely semantical. That's why we went for hard data, and the data here is beer. So we have beers. Beers have like a Python-S units, alcohol, beverage ratio, and so on. So we have hard data which we can use. So the idea is that we have this data, beers. We should have had breweries, but we don't have them. We have beer styles and so on. And we have beer reviews and articles that link to those beers. So that we have normal contents linking to strongly typed contents, so that we can actually exploit publish correctly. It could have been movies, could have been anything, but it's beer. I hope most of you like beer. So, Jérôme, I think you can go ahead showing up the website. So that's step 9. We are not at step 9 yet.
We're not even at step 9 here, it's the base one. So, what we should have, generating all the caches, so yeah, can be a bit long. So here you go. If you go to the master branch, this is what you will have, basically. This is somewhat the same, but this time it's dynamic. We imported beers data from the brewery database. So we have something like 3,000 beers in, yes?
Could you show step 0? We are at step 0, I think. And
yeah, well, just we'll have this just after, because first it's to show what we need to achieve. Then.
But if you have the default object view, it is step 0.
Right. So we have imported 3,000 beers from the brewery DB. If you're curious when finished, and well, we won't have the time to cover it, but there is an import bundle from Easy Summer Beer in your SRC folder, and there you will have interesting code for importing content using the public API.
It might be a preview of what we will provide later for import. It's based on a library, called data import that works really well, and we just wrote what it took to publish content. So it is there, and feel free to check it out. It might or might not be the future, but it's, as far as we know, the first existing import thing for Publish 5.
So what we have here is multi-language website with English and French here. We have several kinds of content. First, of course, the beer article. We have a beer selection. This is what we have here. The beer selection is basically, yeah, you know, team selection of beers. This is a selection from us for the summer camp. The Delirium Tremens, really nice. And this one is a random run, but anyway. So this is the beer selection. We have the beer article with the beer style here. We have beer reviews as well. So it's, yeah, a basic review with a rating and embedded beer page. About the style, we have information on the beer style. You can see here, for instance, The beer style here has an ABV, which is alcohol between 7 and 11%. IBU is the International Bitterness Unit. So indication of how bitter is the beer.
So we did learn stuff about beer.
Yeah. And well, that's pretty much it. We have, of course, the homepage, and we will cover this. This morning will be beginner approach, like mostly templating.
Page layout, navigation.
Yeah.
What else?
Page layout and navigation are actually already set for you, but we will have a quick tour on it, on how we organize data, how we organize the template. So we'll have some configuration on how for your views, and you will do that. So this is basically live exercises. We'll try to help you. We will help you, not try. We will. Yes. So let's show you how the content is organized first.
So you can go to the back office with the same URL. So /beer_admin.
Can you see something? Can you see the address bar? Yeah. Okay.
Login should be admin, password publish.
Yes, admin publish.
Like most secured websites.
If you have no style on the admin interface, just you tell us. It just probably outdated cache, so you will have to clear. No, it's okay. No style. No style. Okay.
Sorry, what's the username and password?
Admin publish. So if you have no style, just type PHP easy publish /console cache : clear. That's it. Yeah.
I have the installation steps coming up. Did you get full after not just yet?
Because we kind of fixed that yesterday at midnight.
So this is
which
why.
is why you need to git pull.
So here for you, easy publish console cache clear if you do not have any style for admin interface. So as you can see here, we have. How many of you know a bit about the easy publish admin interface?
Actually, who doesn't know anything about easy publish itself? That
okay,
could be quicker.
That will be quick.
So what we are going to show now is one of the important parts. It's structuring your content. So structuring your content in easy publish is establishing your the typology of your content. For instance, creating what we call a content type. In that case, for instance, a beer content type. So a beer is determined by a name, a description, bitterness unit, and an alcohol level, an image, and so on. So this is what we will start to show. Usually it is one of the first steps when creating a project. You identify what you want to store and present, and you create it. So we did it ourselves because it was a bit tough to do it with the Git steps and so on, to have you do it. So we will just walk you through it. So Jérôme, if you can go to the class part. So this is a normal easy publish back office. Currently we are seeing the content. That's just a landing page. And the landing page is just the one you get when installing easy publish by default. We didn't change anything there.
So to see the content types, so this is a regular easy publish install with the easy demo without the easy demo content. So this is why you have a lot of content classes, or now we call them content types. We created a content type group here for beer, and you will see that there are 6 different content types here. The beer one, almost 4,000. Not free. Okay. The beer categories. The beer glass is the glass types, which glass fit with any beer. The beer review, the beer selection, and the beer style. Going back to content structure. So we have some kind of vertical organization for beers.
So basically content tree. So we have organized it with basically beers, under beers, reviews for editorial content, and blog for also editorial content. Just two different types of articles.
So under the beers, you have actually the beer categories. So first under beers, we have the beer categories. If we go, for example, in the Belgium and French origin ales, of course the best beers ever. Then under this, you have the beer styles. So category, style.
This is what we imported from brewerydb.com. It has exactly this structure, and we, well, figured out why not. It's a good one.
So,
and within each style, you will find actual beers.
For example, for regular blonde beers, then you will have the beer content.
So the style itself has name, has a description, has a general bitterness unit for the beers of this style, and within it, the sub-items at the bottom are the beers for this style. So quite a few.
Yeah. This is the beer description and so. As you can see here, the glass type. So this is a relation to another content object, which actually relies in the media library, so outside the content tree on purpose, so that there is no full view of glass, which is, we considered it pointless.
So also the reason why we decided to skip the creating your content structure part is quite simple. We have like 6 hours. We could either focus on creating the structure or focus on creating a website that works. So on big projects, it's not unlikely that different persons will take care of templates and structuring. Structuring has consequences on how you use your data and so on, and might be done by somebody a bit more experienced. Writing templates is more basic and can be done by people with less experience.
Okay, under reviews, yeah, we have all the reviews, and the blogs, we had the beer selection for the summer camp. Right. Maybe you have questions before we start from step 0? Now, before starting, still on the master branch, let's see how the websites will be structured in terms of code. If you have a look on in the SRC folder, you will find Easy Systems, Easy Summer Beer, and 2 bundles there. So first is the import bundle, just for your, if you're curious after the workshop day, because we definitely won't have time to cover this, but you will find interesting information on API usage and import. And
feel free to come and ask questions if you have any.
Yes. Just stop it, raise your hand.
But not now.
For the site bundle, this is where our code will rely, right? So now this is the complete one. So you'll see that we will have a controller, but not this morning. Just forget about the dependency injection part. We won't cover this. And we will have resources. All the HTML based templates made by Sylvain are still here if you want to see the whole markup. And everything is in use, basically. So the page layout is there. Templates included in from the page layout are in the parts folder. And all the other folder, like embed, embed home, embed inline, full inline, are view types for your content. So in the full repository, in full directory, sorry, you will find all the full templates for the full view of any content, with only the content type identifier as name, as file name. We will configure everything inside the main easypublish.yaml, which is inside easypublish/config. This is mainly for convenience. We could, if we have time, we will refactor it live to have all the configuration inside your own bundle. So this is much better for, you know, versioning stuff and having everything at the same place. What I advise you is to have always open the page layout, the easypublish.yaml, because you will be editing it all the time. Page layouts may need to, you know, sometimes you will need to have a look at it to update the title, for instance, or something. And this one, the content fields.html.twig, which actually is inside easypublish kernel. So if you have PHP Storm, just do a Control-Shift-N or Command-Shift-N if you're on a Mac, and type content_fields and to open this one. This will be helpful.
Just to be sure, did all of you either have some initial Symfony experience or went to yesterday's workshop about Symfony basics? Or do we have people who know nothing about Symfony?
Who knows nothing about Symfony?
Then do not raise your hand, please.
All right.
That's good. So when we talk about controllers and Twig templates and the bundle, it's familiar enough for all of you. Should be. Okay, that's good. Enough.
Having a look at the page layout is pretty simple. We have a few blocks, like a head block here. So for the title, for instance, but actually I don't think we will update it. But this is an illustration of what is possible to do here. The header, with the header.html.twig, we will try to edit it if we have time to include the language switcher here in this header. The main content, which is empty, and the footer. So now, let's go to step 0. Let's get started. Right? So I should have just an empty stuff. You should have this. If you don't have this, just launch the cache clear command. It's probably this. Yeah, it's just like in legacy. When you're in doubt, just clear the cache. Usually that helps.
Show the default template, legacy default template.
Okay. Or maybe because I might have more things installed on my local stuff. Anyway, it's not a problem because we will override this at some point. We will start with the full beer view. I mean, we are talking about beers, right? So let's start with good things. So first, you will need to open the in your HTML directory, the beer.html, just to get the markup, right? So beer.html.
So this is typically what you would have obtained from your designers, unless you are the designer, of course. We are lucky enough to get some good HTML. I hope you will as well, but it's a clear starting point, so the goal is now to cut it into templates and start making it dynamic.
What interests us for this is the section beginning at line 57. So this is the main content, content marker. So you just copy all the section. All this until line 125. Just copy it. And we're going to create the template. So back in the resources views, here you can see, well, I'm on step 0, so I have nothing. I'm just gonna create the template. Right. So new directory, full, because it's a full view. We are going to store all the full views here. And new file beer.html.twig.
So full and the template name are just conventions. It could be anything, but we really advise that you keep full for naming full views and the name of the content type for naming the templates. It will be easier for people entering the projects.
Right. So we'll first do something that maybe that could be a common mistake for at least beginners in Easy Publish. Just paste your... No, not this.
So this is the issue number of something we fixed yesterday at midnight.
Paste your markup directly in beer.html.twig.
So what do you think will happen if we just do this? Does anybody want to try?
It just work.
It will just work.
Okay.
Any alternative?
We'll try. Okay, it will just work. And actually, this is...
It will do something for sure.
First to work, if we try this right now, we didn't make any template selection rule. So just creating the template won't help. For example, we can try it. So for this, we will have to go to here's okay, so just a sec.
Don't try typing the link, it's no use.
Go to the admin interface to get the right URL alias. Go to beers. To Belgian and French origin ales.
Or any style you like. It works
No,
as
this
well.
one because yeah, I have worked a bit on this one. And the Belgian style all blonde ale. And then we will work on the Abbaye de Florette. I think it's this one. No, it's not this one. It's the triple one. Yeah, but anyway, any kind of will work. So.
How would I get the URL from there?
Yeah. So this is exactly what we are going to get.
So that's a very useful trick on a daily basis as a developer. Jérôme will show you.
So just copy the URI after beer admin.
Or just remove beer admin.
Or just remove beer admin, but just to get in another tab. So here and go here. Okay, so we have something here, but the problem is that we actually have a fallback to legacy. This is why it's actually working. If you click on the easy logo in the bar, in the debug bar, just click on it, maybe open it in a new tab. We'll see that in Twig templates, we only have the page layout, the footer, and the header. And that's pretty much it. Everything else actually is loaded by legacy. So why? This is simply because we didn't write a configuration rule to select the right Twig template we just wrote. Right? So this is exactly what we're going to do. So open your easypublish.yaml. Maybe I should sit. And
Could you zoom a bit?
yes, I can.
It's the one on the easy publish config folder.
Yes. Increase font size. Okay, where is it? In actions. Presentation mode. Right? So, let's present our little easypublish.yaml. So inside the easypublish YAML you will see a few configurations. What actually interests us is what's under easypublish. And under the site access you can see that we have 3 site accesses, English, French, and the admin one. And we have 2 groups, 2 site access groups. One for the whole one, like setting common repositories and stuff. And only one for front end with ENG and FRE.
Is anybody completely confused when Jérôme talks about site accesses? That's good. What experts?
Right.
So again, if you have a question, please speak up. There is no use in staying behind. We will try to keep as many people following, at least in the beginning.
Okay, so we are going to make a selection of rules under the beer front-end group, okay? Because all the selection rules will be for the ENG and FRE, and we don't want to repeat ourselves. So under the system key, you can see there specific settings for site accesses and group. So the beer group will not just ignore it. You can see here, for example, for ENG, we have the ENG English language, and FRE, French first, and English as a fallback. So just add a new entry under BAdmin. So beer frontend group. And here we'll introduce a new key, location view. We are in a full view, so just add full. And here we just need unique identifier, like for example the content type identifier, which is just beer. Just need to be unique, whatever it is. So here we want to match our template. So just write template, and between quotes, we will write the template identifier, which is easy summer beer site bundle, colon nothing, colon full, because we're in the full directory, and beer.html.twig. So all template identifier look like this. But this is not sufficient because we don't have something to match, a rule to match. So for this, we add a match key here and specify the matcher. The matcher we're going to use is simply the content type one. We know the content type identifier, it's just beer. You can see that in the admin interface just in a moment. So identifier / content type.
This is, of course, all documented properly on doc.easy.no. We have a page with the full list of matchers and what you can do with them. So to basically summarize this, it means that when viewing a location in full mode, which is a default when accessing it through the browser, if the content is of content type beer, then we should use the templates beer.html.twig in the full folder in the Easy Summer Beer Site Bundle. It should do it automatically.
Yes. Just save. And we try.
You do have the full code in step 1, so don't just try to copy it. What is important is that you get it. So try to do mistakes and stuff. It's important.
So, what do we have now? We thought it would have worked out of the blue, right?
But it did something.
It did something.
What didn't it do? What's missing on this?
Assets. The frame.
The layout, actually. Everything, we only have what we added to the template. We have the full HTML we copied and absolutely nothing else. Does anybody know why?
Yes, exactly. We forgot to extend the layout. So this is a common mistake when you start. You just, starting to code your template and just forget this. Extends easy summer beer page layout.html.twig. If you're using PHP Storm, you got a small demonstration yesterday of the Symfony 2 extension.
He didn't mention the twig part.
He didn't mention the Twig part, but you have code completion for Twig. So this is very useful. That's it. And as we're extending, we now need to define block. Remember, we have our content block in the page layout, which is empty by default. We will just define it and put our code, our static markup here. So, block, content. Okay? And at the end, after the end of the markup, just do end block. Is everyone familiar with Twig syntax? No problem with that? No? Okay. Maybe with Twig syntax we have two kinds of delimiters. You have these ones, the brace %, which actually means that this is a logical block. Like here, we're extending something, we're not outputting something. Okay? So all code inside these delimiters are called tags, Twig tags. And these are basically logical comments. So, for example, if statement, variable assignment, and stuff like that. And you have another one, the double brace syntax, which is for outputting something. Oh, here I get code completion on text. Yes?
Is that short of the template?
Sorry?
The short of the template, I can't find it.
Did you create it?
I created a file, but yeah.
So you should have inside resources views. You need to create a full directory named full.
Yes, I've created, but
And inside it, create a file beer.html.twig.
I have created, but where's the source of the
What do you need then? This maybe the beer, the beer.html?
Yes, HTML.
Okay, so it's inside resources HTML.
Resources, HTML, and then here.
And then beer.html.
Yeah,
It's the full static one. So you just need to copy the section from line 57 to 125. Basically the content portion. We will do that for all the templates anyway. So yes? Yes, sure. So we added the extends tag to tell the template to extend the layout, the main layout. This is the whole statement. Easy summary beer site bundle colon page layout.html.twig. We added the block content block, and we pasted the whole markup inside the block. So you need to do a first block content statement here, and at the end of the file, end block. So now, if I refresh, much better. We still have issues for this the image, for instance, and everything is static. We loaded the template, but we have nothing dynamic. It doesn't look like our Abbaye de Floref beer, right? We are back on the Delirium one, the static one, created by Sylvain. So actually, we need to dynamize this, right? Just identify which item we will need to modify. First, there is the H1 tag. So here it's hard-coded. The description. And here is the embedded review. We will leave it for now. And the image, which is actually the beer label. The style name. And small information about the beer, like the ABV and IBU and stuff like that. So let's try first really easy things. Remember yesterday I talked about a few twig functions and exposed variables in templates. So you have basically a content variable and a location variable. So let's dump them just to see how they look like. So do a dump content and location. I'm not sure this is it. And refresh. Okay, no, it doesn't work. So just dump content like this. Okay, this is actually a value object coming from the repository, passed by the built-in controller, easy publish controller. And we have a few fields, of course, our fields. The version info, the content info. So, well, it might be useful for you to inspect it a bit. Not everything will be useful. But anyway. So, to display a field, we have a useful quick function, which is easy render field. So you can see here it's autocomplete by PHP Storm, and it takes the content variable and the field type identifier. So we need here the name of the beer. So the identifier is here name. It's been defined before. So easy render field. This is your first quick function you need to know by heart, because you will use it a lot. We'll do the same for the description. So remove the paragraph things. The easy render field, content, description.
So who is always at least one page, that's not sure.
Do you leave that first?
No line, should be
for the review,
identifier.
we'll leave it as is. And we have only two useful information here. The ABV that we have as information. So ABV. Here we won't use easy render field, but yeah, let's first try. We used easy render field for the name and the description.
You're a little bit fast.
Okay, sorry.
Maybe we just the easy render field and parts for a second.
Yeah, it could be better, yes.
That's worth on GitHub.
Yeah. The base prototype is very easy. You can pass other options. We will customize a bit for the description, for instance, because we will have a display bug right now. We'll see that.
How did you show the dump?
Yes. Where was it? Huh? So it's only taking one. It's not like var dump in PHP, only one by one. So dump content. This warning, because this quick function is only available in debug mode. So only if you're using the dev environment. If you're trying to use it in prod environment, so with debugging disabled, you will have a twig exception, missing function.
Sounds like a forgotten console log in JavaScript.
What?
Back in the days when you forgot a console.log
Yeah.
for somebody who didn't have Firebug.
Exactly.
Title error.
And how would you comment it out? Is it with stars and the curly brackets?
Curly bracket sharp, I think, right?
If I want
like
to
this.
put it in, just uncomment. Okay.
It's bracket sharp.
Okay.
Or control slash in PHP Storm. It's usually either bracket star or bracket sharp anyway.
Here.
So how is it going? everybody looks despaired. You all get the template rule working? More or less.
You should have this.
Do you have this? Well, who doesn't have this?
What do you have?
Finally, hands. So your template rule is not working? You can check that. So in any case, among the interesting mistakes we saw, first, YAML is strict. When you have, for instance, templates, colon, template name, if you don't have a space after colon, it will fail. We had that case here. Another case, indentation. YAML is only about indentation. So if it's 4 spaces, it should be always 4 spaces. If you have 3 spaces, it will fail, saying indentation is wrong.
It can be used.
Third error or so, a template selection rule is always templates plus at least 1 matcher. It can be several matchers, it can have additional options like specifying the controller and stuff, but it always at least template and matcher. If you have this, it should work. In the template itself, well, of course you need to tell which template it extends. And then some got an error saying that a template that extends another one cannot have a body. Basically, a template that extends a template should only modify blocks from the template it does extend. So meaning that you should have extends name of the templates, then block, content of the block, and block, because you need to close the block. Usually, the error messages are pretty self-explanatory, once you understand what they mean.
Again, fetch layout, but HTML. Okay, we will have a break because the coffee will be served.
When is the beer served?
What?
When is the beer served?
I don't know.
After lunch, right?
I assume so, yes. After the break, we will. I will just show the finished templates, so that you can maybe for the next ones have like a starting point, how things are designed. We just here displayed two fields. We have a lot of other information to show, and yeah, we'll do that just after the pause.